Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for the general collective. This is all signs, and this is a special reading. I'm calling this What's in Store for the 12 Moons of 2024. Now, I did a similar reading last year for the 13 moons of 2023, but this year we only have 12. 2024 happens to be an 8 year, meaning 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. It stands for basically what goes around comes around, also like the affinity symbol. And I've been saying in many of my readings, it's basically like fuck around and find out. So what I decided that I wanted to do was do a similar reading that I did last year. And I'm going to pull from 8 different tarot and oracle decks. They're mostly all oracle, but we have some tarot too. And I'm going to lay those out month by month, and then we'll go into them. So I'm just going to get started right now and start pulling the cards for each of the months. And so I was listening to some music when I was getting the cards ready, like I always do, clairaudient. And so there was a couple songs that popped up. My player wanted to go to the song called Follow You by Imagine Dragons, and they are probably one of my favorite bands. And then it was followed by one of their other songs called Natural, which I super love. And then but then the player tried to skip over to a song by G-Eazy. It's called The Beautiful and the Damned. So there's symbology behind these songs, especially for the year of 2024. So we'll go into that in just a second. I want to get started calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good, all signs for our general collective. What do we have in store for the 12 moons of 2024? Okay, so let's get January. I'm just going to start laying these out. February, please. So Follow You, you know I got your number all right. I'm always on your team. I got your back all right. Taking those losses if it treats you right. I want to put you into the spotlight. If the world would only know what you've been holding back, heart attacks every night. Oh, you know it's not right. And then it goes on to say, I will follow you. Let's see. I will follow you way down wherever you may go. I'll follow you way down to your deepest low. I'll always be around wherever life takes you. You know that I'll follow you. So starting out, I feel like this is a year where there's going to be a distinction between the leaders and the followers, and not in a bad way, but it's like people, they're saying, this is the year where Pluto goes into Aquarius. Pluto goes into Aquarius from January 21st through September, I think around the 15th. Then it goes back into Capricorn for just a little bit until November 19th, I believe, somewhere around there. And then it's in Aquarius for the next 20 years, the age of Aquarius. This is where things like, deep esoteric and metaphysical symbology will be becoming more prominent. You think that you've started to see a bunch of tarot readers and oracle readers and mystics and divination and, people popping up all over the place. It's going to get even more so. But it's like witches, supernatural, even aliens and ET. So super looking forward to that one. And it's already started. So it never ended. What do we have for March? January, February, March, please, for the general collective. This is the Magickal Spellcards Oracle. Thank you. April. Okay, when this happens, I take it from the bottom. So April, May, June, July. That's August. I'm going to take that. Wanted to jump. September. Thank you. October. November. These cards are harder to shuffle. November, please. Thank you. December. I like that. Okay, so we have our magical spell cards. Whether these are upside down or upright or upside down, it doesn't matter. I'm taking these all upright unless, like when I pull the tarot, if something falls specifically upside down for me, then I'll take that. But so yeah, then the second song that came on, it was another Imagine Dragons song, and it was Natural. So Natural, ironically enough, I just got done saying, you know, I was getting like the follow you, like they're saying that this year is where people start, you know, communal living in large groups. There's going to be different types of relationships becoming more prominent. There's going to be a lot of changes. Not so much, you know, traditional monogamous type styles. This isn't for everyone. There could be a lot of people that, you know, go traditional, you know, that maybe haven't been in the past. So just take it as it resonates. But the following song, Natural, if you listen to that song, there's also like some like really deep symbology within that song too. It's very witchy. It's, you know, about getting down, you know, to like almost having a magical natural ability to, you know, just manifest anything around you. And we're going to be seeing a lot of that magic coming through. And then the song after that by G-Eazy, The Beautiful and the Damned. So this is talking about, you know, the separation between, you know, the beautiful and the damned, but also the beautiful that can be the damned right now. And we're seeing a ton of stuff coming out of Hollywood. A lot of things about, you know, deep, dark types of, you know, disturbing rings of people and behaviors. But this has been going on for a very long time, and it's finally bubbling up to the surface. So it's shocking to many, but to others, it's something that's finally having a light shown on it. And as I said that, right behind the camera, I have a TV that flashes different pictures and stuff. A light bulb is right behind there right now as I said that. What's also interesting, so for some of his lyrics are, ever seen a devil with a halo, ever seen an angel with some horns, everybody got their own demons, everybody fighting their own war. This is beginning the year of spiritual war. I mean, we've already been in a spiritual war and spiritual warfare, but it's going to be becoming more prominent. It's like the war, the evil between good and evil, right? And then if you listen to a lot of his music, he's a Gemini, and he talks about being a Gemini. Gemini can be like the two-faced, two-sided, and the way he says it is an angel and a demon. That's how he makes the comparison a lot in his music. But he says, I know a Gemini can be confusing. And what's really interesting is the 12 moons of 2024, in December 2024, that's the only full moon that is in Gemini. And it's funny because it'll be in Gemini, but then it immediately moves into Cancer, which is kind of confusing. So it could be a very emotional moon that for that month, I'm feeling, because Cancer is a very emotional, watery sign, but it'll be initially in Gemini. What do we have for February? Witch's Kitchen Oracle, February. I like it. March. April. May. So just bear with me as we get these cards laid out. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I am definitely going to be hitting over 1,000 subscribers this year, so excited about that. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new, make sure you check out your signs. Check out your sun, moon, rising, even your Venus and your Mars, right? Check out the readings for those signs, and I'm sure there's messages meant for you. Where are we at? January, February, March, April, May, June. What do we have for June? June, please. June, please. Thank you. July. Thank you. I like it. August. What do we have for August for our general collective? September. October. What do we have for October for the general collective, please? Thank you. November. November. Oh, and December fell out. November, December. Perfect. So underneath the deck, I didn't even look at underneath the deck. Underneath the deck for this card, we've got number 37, fertility. There could be a lot of pregnancies, you know, but also this talks about like, you know, fertile business, like starting new projects, the growth, the beginning, the creation of new projects. So it's going to be a very fertile year. 3 plus 7 equals 10, sorry. And 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings, new beginnings, because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So that makes a lot of sense. Then underneath the deck, we have bay leaves, abundance, followed by sugar and sweetness. So that's really promising as well. I feel like this is going to be an abundant year for many of us. Just like I said, you know, it's at 8 years. So what comes around goes around. Last year was a 7-year. 7s are about planting those seeds, cultivating the growth, you know, sticking with it, finding your way, figuring out, you know, figuring out the different opportunities that lie ahead of you. This year it's about mastery, taking those opportunities, right? Okay. What do we have for our, I'm excited about these ones. I didn't use these last year. Beyond Lumeria Oracle cards. So it's like an alien message for us. I shouldn't say alien. It's more like ET, extraterrestrial. All right. What do we have for January, please? Thank you. February, thank you. March. Beyond Lumeria. Ooh, okay. Okay, so March, April, May, June, and July. Interesting. Okay. August. Thank you. September. If anybody has problems with my shuffling style, I don't care. It's my channel. I'm just saying. September, please. September. September, please, spirits. What do we have for September? Thank you. Okay. October. Oh, we got 2. October, November, and then December, please. 1 card for December. Beyond Lumeria. Thank you. Underneath the deck, number 17, Awakened Awareness. So this card is talking about an awakening and a greater awareness of everything around you. And I feel like I was saying earlier, this is going to be the year where like people, like the awakening already started. You know, many of us who are here on this channel right now, this is why you're here, because you've awakened, you're curious. You know, these messages, the tarot readers, you know, all of that, divination and all forms of divinity, it's like it resonates with you. You know, you're searching for answers, you're diving further down the rabbit hole. I get it. I started my journey several years ago, and I've been on the path for a very long time ever since, and forevermore. But so that's what this awakened awareness is. It's being aware of everything around you, taking into account like noticing numbers and number, like numerology popping up all around you all the time, colors having more significance, animal totems, things like feathers and just different animals that you see in front of you that just appear out of nowhere. It's like things like that will start happening for you. That's the path to enlightenment. Those are signs that you know that you're ascending. You just have to like dive down into the rabbit hole and figure out what they all mean, right? And that's why you come to places and to people like this to figure it all out. Okay, so then we've got the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. Now, granted, we already know that these are going to be each moon, but these cards hold additional messages for us. So let's see what they are. This will be kind of a longer reading, just so you know, and I will try to timestamp it, get it all timestamped for you, so that throughout the year you can just skip ahead and go to the proper month. But what I do suggest, like what I'm going to be doing, I've got notebooks, right? And after I lay these all out for you, I go back and I journal all of these on each full moon. That way I am, as I'm going through month by month, you know, throughout the year, I'm aware of the energies and how things kind of connect, and you know, what could potentially hold any kind of impact for me, right? Okay, so what do we have for January? For the general collective spirits, higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Thank you. That's funny. What is February, please? I said that's funny. It's the new moon in Leo card, while the full moon is actually in Leo. I think the new moon was in Capricorn this year, but it's the full moon in Leo, so it's the Leo energy, so that's interesting. March, please. March, please. Oh, okay. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Why do I have them like this? Hold on. September, please. September. September, October, November, December, please. November, December. November, December. November. And December. Underneath the deck, we've got the first quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. So, that's going to be a big theme for this year as well. And that's pushing past our insecurities, not caring so much about what people think about us. Because, again, there's going to be a lot of weirdness happening. And I'm just, like, going to be completely blunt about that. There's going to be, you know, people, you know, transcending, you know, different worlds, if you will, having, you know, major breakthroughs, and it can leave people feeling insecure, very vulnerable. And so a big part of this year is finding the confidence within ourselves to push past through any of this, any insecurities or indecisiveness as we move forward into this new age of Aquarius. So now I'm going to pull a love message, love cards. This is the Ching of love. And for those of you who have followed me for the past year, know that I don't typically just do straight up love readings or love cards. And so, but I got these in LA last year on Valentine's Day. And so I've been playing with them a lot more. Look at me opening up my heart chakra. Okay. All right. What do we have for January, please, for the general collective? Oh, okay. I like it. February, please. February. Thank you. March. March. What do we have for March, please? General collective for March. April. Thank you. May. May. What do we have for the general collective? Thank you. June. July. July. July 2024 for the general collective. Thank you. Oh my gosh. 1 second. That one shot way out of there. That's interesting. I just noticed something. That's really cool. You'll see it when I pull it, or when we go over these. August. Wanted to go there. September. October. Okay, October, November, December. Underneath the deck, number 35, Game of Love. Game of Love. We see dancing, happiness, like a checkerboard, like it's a game. I feel like love is going to be a lot more prominent this year. Card number 35, 3 plus 5 is 8. So it's an 8 year, like I said, so that's really interesting. What goes around comes around in the game of love. So it's going to be like karma, right? What you put out is what you get back. It is a game. It's a game of energy. You know? It's a game of reciprocity and communication. You can't have a relationship. You can't be in love without good communication. All right, we're getting there, guys. We have 3 more decks to do, and then we'll get into the readings. So excited about this. Like, seriously, when I went back last year, month by month, you know, I had journaled each one of the months, and I had even done a couple readings, like, as each month went by, I'd go back and I would do the full moon reading, and then I'd go back and compare it with the notes of what, you know, what I pulled for the 13 moons, and they were similar. You know, they were very similar, very interesting. So this is the Herbcrafters Tarot. We're actually pulling a tarot card to see what tarot card is, you know, corresponding or significant for each one of the months. But then this deck is a little different because then it also has a corresponding herb that we'll also use. So it's kind of like an oracle as well. All right, for the general collective, what do we have for January, please? Herbcrafters Tarot. Thank you. February. February, please. 1 card. Thank you. March. March. Thank you. April. Thank you. May. May. Thank Thank you. June. Thank you. July. August. September. October. November. December, please. December. Thank you. All right, so bottom of the deck. This is like the energy, you know, going into 2024, coming out of 2023. And it's the Seven of Air, which is the Seven of Swords, deception. I kind of giggled because this does not surprise me at all. Also, eucalyptus could be significant, which is used for bronchial infections, or when you're feeling sick, to open up the airwaves. Also really good to use like in baths, or like in the restroom, like a steam bath or something. It helps open up your nasal passages and whatnot. But Seven of Air, there could have, like, you know, 2023 for a lot of people, number one, that was a 7 year, so 7, right? But there's a lot of people learning things about themselves, defending things about themselves, their work, career, morals, ethics, beliefs, you know, that kind of thing. But also sevens are about thievery. It's about backstabbing. It's about, you know, those that can't be trusted. And I feel like for many of us, we have learned, you know, who these people are that cannot be trusted, even if they're our closest family and friends, you know, or people who we thought were our friends. It's like we find out all of a sudden, you know, it's this, you know, isn't the person that I thought I knew. So that's what the Seven of Swords is about. Okay, 2 more decks, y'all, and then we get started. We're already 30 minutes into it. So this is the Crystal Message Oracle. And the Crystal Message cards. And this just pulls like a really great card, or a stone that you should meditate on for the month that we place it for. See, now the stacks are getting tall, so it's harder. And then we're going to end with the reading fortune telling cards. Now this is a brand new deck. I haven't even used it in any of my readings yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what comes out. They're darker. Like many of my readings, I've been told, like, I'm a lighter, brighter type of reader, right? I try to look at the bright side of everything. But this past year, I've started to get into, I don't want to say dark messages or anything. I've just gotten really more realistic with the way that I read. And so sometimes some of the darker stuff kind of comes out. All right, so what do we have for the Crystal Message cards for January, please, for the general collective? What? Are you serious? Okay, I'll take it. You guys saw that, right? So I'm taking the one that's face up, and we're just going from top to bottom. That was the whole first line. That was cray. All right, what do we have for July? July, please. Thank you. August. August. Thank you. September. Seriously? October, November, and December. Okay. That was easy. Ooh, underneath the deck we have carnelian, sexuality. So it's associated with the second chakra and corresponds with sexuality, pleasure, and desire. It balances sexuality and can help people heal from sexual abuse and trauma. So carnelian promotes a greater sense of self-worth, confidence, strength, and deservability. The second chakra is located in the womb area, and as such, carnelian stimulates both procreation and artistic creativity. So affirmation for, underlying message as we go into this is, I honor my body and embrace my sexuality. I allow myself to have pleasure and enjoyment. And I feel like, it mentioned trauma and whatnot. I feel like, people realize deceit and disappointment in this past year with partnerships and relationships. Not everybody, obviously, but I feel like it was a big thing. All right, so now we've got the reading fortune telling cards. This is a Romani, it's like a gypsy witch type of fortune telling. So there's only 55 cards here. Like I said, this is the first time they will officially be used on camera with me. So what do we have in store for 2024? Month by month, please, spirits. Okay. January, please. January. Thank you. February. Thank you. March. April. June. Interesting. July. August. September. October. November. December. Last one. Thank you. Okay, underneath the deck, number 2 of clubs. It's 2 of clubs, number 46. The railroad forecasts a long journey. If near 44, I don't see it near 44 yet. There could be a number 44 underneath one of these stacks. We'll see. A serious accident. Ooh, hope not. And if near 29, a robbery. I hope those cards don't come out. Anyway, but it's forecasting a long journey, and we're talking about a 12-month ahead spread, so this is a long journey. So somebody could be traveling by railroad, so take it as it resonates. 2 of clubs. 2s could be significant this year. That talks about unity, stability. Moving. It also courage, moving forward, long journeys, moving forward with courage. So, we need courage in order to move forward in this journey that we've got ahead of us. So let's get started. We're at 3405. Okay, so we've got January. We start the month in January with card number 15, Glamour. So, into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. You might want to write that down as your mantra or chant. This is for those of us who are looking to improve ourselves. Whether it's our looks, whether it's our skin, our hair, whatever. It's like at the beginning of the year, we always have our New Year's resolutions. And I feel like many of us are, wanting to look more glamorous, more concerned about our looks, which you shouldn't necessarily be. But it's also very healthy to be self-aware, So into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. This isn't just glamour, like actual, outer appearance or physical physique or features, right? It's the realms of possibility that you have that make you feel glamorous as a person, successful, independent, right? And it's like looking into the mirror and it's looking back at that. What's that song? I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm hoping he can change his ways. So it's like you're looking at the realms of possibility as you look into the mirror at yourself. What can I do to improve myself? Whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually. That's what this card is talking about. So into the mirror, now I see the realms of possibility. I love that. This is a very positive card, glamour. My right ear's ringing as I say this. Then we've got olive, peace. So we're focused on peace. And like I say in all of my readings when I do these, peace, protection, power, and prosperity, right? Everybody's looking for peace. This is peace of mind. This is world peace. This is peace within relationships. This is, trying to bring worlds together, making peace. And as I say that, also olives could be significant for you. I would, eat some olives or incorporate these into your diet some way, somehow to bring in extra added luck for peace. But as I say that, we've got number 41, Realm Bridger. Now I'm going to pull the book on these ones because they can be a little longer. And somebody could be 41 years old. 4 plus 1 is 5, and 5 is about change of direction. Well, it's a brand new year. And I feel like, especially around this January full moon, a lot of people are going to be changing their minds because this is literally when Pluto moves into Aquarius around that same time. People are going to be changing their minds on the direction in which they want to take. Okay, like we're talking like 180s in directions of career, directions of where you want to live, directions how you want to raise a family. Like things are going to just be changing almost as if by just like instantaneous combustion or something, right? So let's see what Realm Bridger is. Number 41. So it deals with visionaries, architects of the future, information from other realms. See, I was saying that the entire time, like the songs going into this. That's the energy going into this year. Bridging the seen and unseen, inspiration, seeding a new earth, traversing different states of consciousness, birthing ideas from subtle reality, and journeying. Just like that card, taking a journey somewhere. It can be a physical journey or it can be like a mental or emotional journey. We're all going to be having these experiences this year. So have you ever felt that there's more than meets the eye and perception we call reality? That there's more going on behind the scenes? Do you ever glimpse beyond your physical senses and wonder if what they perceive is just the tip of the iceberg? Do you ever get visions or insights just as you're falling off to sleep? Do you dream in colors that are more vibrant than you've experienced in waking life? As you raise your vibration and explore different states of consciousness, you may experience phenomena that you may have believed only happens in fantasy stories. Through meditation and journeying, we invite a greater awareness of the subtle realities. These realms can be amazing places to bring through pioneering ideas, creativity, and to explore the edges of the universe. So this card is about bridging the seen and unseen. Intuitive painting is a method of connection, but the ability to crystallize the normally intangible can manifest in other ways. So the meaning behind this card is you are the pioneer of your life. The way forward may be in your dreams or visions. You might find it useful to do automatic writing or intuitive drawing to capture some of the more lucid information. Be creative and don't take on the opinions of others. Like I was saying, it's like push through any insecurities. Don't care what anybody else thinks. It's time to think and do things a whole other way, just like I was saying, guys. So after all, as the saying goes, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I love that. Okay, so then we've got, for the Moonology manifestation, the new moon in Leo. This talks about shining, okay? Like shining your, letting that freak flag fly, right? Being proud of who you are, being proud of what makes you who you are, your ancestral roots, your morals, ethics, beliefs, all of that. Like shine by being proud. You know, as long as it's not hurting anybody else, be proud of who you are. So new moon in Leo, and like I said, the new moon, I believe, for January was in Capricorn. However, we've got the full moon in Leo. So there's that Leo energy, and I feel like around this new moon, you're really going to be shining like a star. Many of you feeling like it. And how funny is that? Because we've got shine, and then for the I Ching of love, we've got that big sun right there. And this is talking about totality. Number 14. Whereas the Bridger, Realm Bridger was card number 41, we've got 14. So mirror reflection there. Oh my God, you guys, I can't make this up. Then we have card number 14. And then we have card number 4. That's crazy. So for totality, I'm going to read this too. Where's all my books? See, this is the problem with having so many of the books. Oh, it's right behind me. So totality. Times are good. You have a mastery of life that allows you total freedom of action. And the fact that it is not selfishness is demonstrated by your not doing anything to make this harmony happen. So it's just talking about, you know, time being good right now. It's like mastering your life, master number 8. And, you know, not acting with any kind of selfishness. Now, what I love about that, so, you know, 1 + 4 = 5, and that's change of direction. Then we've got card number 14, temperance. And that is also 1 + 4 = 5. So big changes of direction. And I feel like it's really going to happen after this full moon, which is right after we move from, you know, Pluto into Aquarius, right? So the temperance card, this is Camellia, Camellia. And I believe you can make like a T out of this. But the temperance card is the angel of the tarot deck. And it's all about tempering between the 5D and the 3D. It's like, you know, being able to balance between two different worlds, two different realms, being that realm bridger. How cool is that? But this also talks about protection, saying that, you know, you are protected. Some of you might even be earth angels. And that's what, you know, brings you here today. So I love that. 14 is a very strong number. 14 or 41, those numbers. Then we've got growth for the crystal message card. Green adventuring. So if you don't have green adventuring, definitely go and get it. I thought I had some here. I guess I don't have it right next to me. But it means growth. And what a great message for the beginning of the year, for January. The green color of this gemstone represents nature and the natural progression of the universe. Are you growing, improving, and learning new skills? If you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. Don't rest on your laurels. Cultivate your gifts by investing in yourself and sharpening your skills. Green adventuring reminds you that life is an adventure. You are not truly alive unless you grow, flourish, and thrive. So affirmation, I am always learning, growing, and improving myself, thus increasing my value to the world. Beautiful. And then last but not least, we've got the 4 of Diamonds. And so this card talks about the dog, if near, represents true friends. Yeah, it's the dog. It's you know, true friends, being surrounded by true friends, seeking out true friends. But beware of unsuspected enemies. Always be aware of your unsuspected enemies, for sure. So number 27 and number 4 could be significant for you. Something maybe on the 4th of the month or the 27th of the month could have been significant that applies to this month. All right. Okay, so now on to February. So the first card for February is card number 6, letting go. Something significant could be happening on the 6th of February 2024. But it's all about letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. So you could be going through a breakup, letting go of a job, letting go of a place, of a, you know, person, place, or thing. It could be anything. It could be anything, right? But allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. It's because once you let go of what was hurting you, you don't feel that hurt anymore. I mean, it may sting for just a second. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, right? But once it's over, you've learned the lesson, and now it's time to move forward. Then we have time, courage. And I feel like this is the courage to move forward, right? Oh, also another thing I wanted to say, sixes. Sixes are about victory. They're about balancing things out. They are about easier and smoother communication. They're also about your inner child, but also your future self. So it's like letting go of like who you were in the past and moving forward to who you're becoming, having the courage to do so. And then also using time, THYME. Like use it in your cooking or baking and stuff like that. And that will help bring about courage. Your courage will be needed in order for you to let go for something. Then we've got number 26, full spectrum. Now, full spectrum can mean a lot of things. In cannabis, it means, the whole plant, getting the full spectrum of all of the cannabinoids and whatnot. Oh my goodness, my cat. My boxes. Give me 1 second, so sorry. I had paused and my cat must have knocked down the boxes. All right. So, 26. Let's read this. So full spectrum is about creating heaven on earth by honoring the perfection of nature's cycles, going beyond the judgment of good and bad, and merging of duality, raw nature, earth wisdom, connecting to ancestors, shadows as the fertile soil for exponential growth. The way forward is in the whispering of the land, honoring the full spectrum of life. So honoring everything that's encapsulated within something, within a situation, within a plant, within nature, right? So the meaning behind this is step out of the black and white mentality of judgment, go beyond the concepts of good and bad. This card invites you to honor the full spectrum of life and find a new way of perceiving your situation. When we judge something, we create a story around it. These stories often create limitations. Subconsciously, we gather so many of these stories over a lifetime. To heal our disease and crystallize the new way, we need to create a space of no story where miraculous healing can happen. This space empowers us to be all we are and allows us to know our truth. Embrace the full spectrum of creation in all her colors in the raw, muddy, earthbound shadow parts of a situation to determine whether they are actually bad or if stories you have held on to are limiting your perspective. So it's basically saying, like, instead of judging what is going on at the current moment, whatever this is that you're potentially having to let go or having the courage to let go, don't judge it as a good or a bad thing. Look at it as like a new chapter of your life that can be a miraculous thing, just not putting any limitations on it. Because once you create that story, that storyline, it's like you have to follow it, right? And you don't know the future. The future always changes with energy. Even in tarot, the energy change. Energy changes. People's free will changes energy, so it's always changing. Then we've got first quarter moon in Virgo for the Moonology. So I'm not sure what the moons are going to be. Actually, I do. Hold on. Oh, I don't have them in each where they are. I just see the date of them. But the full moon will be in Virgo, so that's interesting. The full moon will be in Virgo in February, and it's called the snow moon. Oh, I forgot to say that. In January, the full moon is on the 25th, and it's the Leo wolf moon. So I need to make sure to say that. But Virgo, this is called the snow moon, and it's in Virgo. So you'll be assessing the situation, figuring out which direction you're going to take for whatever it is. And then we've got number 58, friendship. Now, you could be dealing with somebody who's 58 years old, somebody who's 85 years old, somebody born in 1958. So 8 plus 5 is 13, I believe. 13 is the death card, Scorpio, which means transformation, right? But also 1 plus 3 equals 4, and that talks about stability, foundation, like an actual house, a home. You could be moving, houses or homes or something like that. Or it could be a situation at home that you need to assess, have courage from, and let go. But it will be successful, or there will be something successful in your life during the month of February. We've got the 3 of water, lemon balm. So you might want to use lemon balm to bring in good luck and success, because the 3 of water, 3 of cups, this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, and it's all about emotions and feelings and celebration and happiness. So it's like whatever you let go. I see 1010 on the clock, by the way. You might want to Google 1010, angel number 1010. But it's like a celebration of some kind. And whatever it is that you're letting go and walking away from, sure, it may sting for a second, but what you're walking towards is actually so much more to be celebrated. It could be like a new romance. It could be a new partnership. Anything, any celebration with 3 or more people. Take it as it resonates. And then we have Amazonite, Harmony. Do I have that? I never have these stones. I have all these stones and I never have the ones. Amazonite. It's a blue-green color that combines the throat and the heart chakras, prompting you to communicate from the heart and speak in a loving way. Amazonite brings balance, harmony, and the ability to see both sides of an issue. It keeps strife at bay by helping you to focus on kindness rather than proving your point. So much like what the Lumeria was saying, it's not good or bad. Look at both sides of the situation, and figure out how to focus on kindness rather than by proving any point. Affirmation: I am a calm and harmonious person. I speak words that are kind, supportive, and loving. Amazonite. So I feel like it's going to be a successful month over the long term. Oh, and I wanted to read friendship. So number 58, that's friendship. Where is that dang book again? You are kidding me. Okay. So, friendship. It is a fluid communication between two things that permeate each other without penetrating each other. The oracle suggests that in spite of yourselves, thanks to your intimacy, your relationship with your partner has transformed itself into friendship. So you could be just like dating somebody or getting to know someone, and then it changes to a more intimate type of friendship. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It's more like a platonic type of feeling, whether you're in like an actual relationship or not. And we're in February, Valentine's Day. But I feel like, the stronger, more intimate bonds are those that are connected, through the mind versus, just physical attraction. Physical attraction is important, believe me. I know. I'm a Scorpio, right? I get it. But it's more than that. It's, connecting on a deeper level. And then for those of you who are just like friends with people, you don't have to be with anybody or whatever. It's about, connecting on a deeper level as friends with someone. Okay, so then we have number 28. So this is interesting. We had 27 and then 28 fall, and you saw those come out separately. So, and then number 4, number 5. When you have consecutive numbers, that's a very strong message. So number 28, the anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love. Then it says surrounded by numbers. Okay, we don't have that. Near the dog, fidelity of the one you love. So it is near the dog. So fidelity in the one that you love. This is looking for long-term connections, like long-term love. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love. So whatever it is that you start, you may be letting go of something, and you may have fear of whatever it is that you're moving towards. But I feel like you're going to embrace the full spectrum of the situation. This could, guys, I keep on thinking back to cannabis. This could even be cannabis related, having to do with cannabis, CBD, something like that, full spectrum CBD. So, but you will develop a very strong friendship and bond. It'll be harmonious, right? And a celebration. It'll be anchored in friendship. That is freaking beautiful. Literally beautiful. All right, so now 55-25. Let's go to, these are about 10-minute sessions for each of the signs. Let's go to March. So for March, we've got, ooh, I love the looks of this already, Justice. Now we've been seeing these number 5s in the last 2 months, right? 555, change of direction. Then we've got Justice. So this is like Libra energy. By the power of 3x3, Ma'at deliver justice to me. What's interesting is this is the 3rd month of the new year. So by the power of 3x3, Ma'at deliver justice to me. Ma'at was an Egyptian goddess. You might want to look her up. She's fascinating. But she's all about justice and making sure that things are balanced, right? So you could have something having to do with justice. If you've been involved in a court case or waiting on a judgment or something like that, I feel like you could be getting justice this month. Then we've got Mustard, faith, keeping the faith. Keeping the faith that this is, that something is going to come, to fruition, manifest, become successful, and it could be anything. It's also keeping the faith, your spirituality, your religion, what it is that you believe in. Yeah. So then we've got card number 43. Now what's funny about this, oh, never mind. I was going to say something else. She of the Lotus. She of the Lotus. So we are going to read that. I just want to look at, so the full moon in the month of March is it's a lunar eclipse, and it's going to be in Libra. It's called the Worm Moon on the 25th. But let's look and see what this has to say. So this addresses shadow work, dissonance, seeing downfalls is the flip side of superpowers, loving yourself back to wholeness, the beautiful lotus that grows from murky waters, disempowering triggers, bringing light into your dark corners. So take a look at any unconscious patterns that may be running you. Are there elements of yourself that you need to take out of the trash, dust off, and reabsorb? Shadows can be painful or tender to the touch. Sensitivity in an area could be a trigger that shows us where we might want to spring clean some of our darker, forgotten, ignored, or hidden corners. And this will technically be about that spring cleaning time, right? Accepting our shadow is the first stage in restoring ourselves to wholeness in self-love. Peel back the layers where there is shame, guilt, or fear and bring them into the daylight. Under a loving and compassionate light, they will resolve and resimulate so you can re-engage with your superpowers. So it's just saying, it's like look at any cycles, patterns that you notice about yourself, your relationships, things like that, and have faith that you can clean that up, fix them as you see fit. It's like getting rid of what you don't need anymore in order to make room for what you want to bring more of into your life, right? So I love that. You could be 43 years old dealing with somebody who's 43. 4 + 3 = 7. That's about defending your ethics, morals, beliefs and whatnot. And also aligning your chakras, getting balanced, getting aligned. Okay, so then we've got the last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. So attend to the details. And that's what this card, the She of the Lotus, was talking about, the cleanup. Getting rid of what's not needed anymore and making sure that you're making space for what does matter, what you want more of. But attend to the details of things and get yourself in balance, get yourself in line. Then we've got number 54, the Young Bride. Somebody could be getting married, guys. Somebody could be 54 years old. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9s are about the culmination points, almost getting to the end of a cycle. Like about to be married, something like that. It's also about it's like the warrior, wounded warrior energy. Those who are very wise from their experiences, ready to defend another fight if they need to, but also like just a really good leader. They're tired. They're, almost at the end of the cycle. They want, something to be over, but that way they can start anew. So the young bride. All free relations between human beings are represented here. For the I Ching, the strength of love is such that it breaks and eliminates every conviction and every rule established by social norms. The oracle speaks of the superior harmony that love brings about in the world. Isn't that the second time they said harmony? Oh, that was over here. But it is talking about harmony again. And all free relations between human beings. So it's just harmony that love brings about. Like, a young bride. She's happy. She's in love. She's at the beginning of a new experience, a new journey in her life. And it's like the Spirit is saying, the Oracle is saying, live every day like that. Like every day is a new day. Like you just got, remarried every single day after, with life itself. Not just with a person, not just with a thing or whatever, but everything, right? Then we have the 7 of Earth. So you might want to write down 7 of coins, 7 of Pentacles. And this is the Oak card. This talks about growth, planting a seed. This could be a good time to plant seeds in the spring. But, this is about, planting something, new projects, new foundations. This could mean new jobs, new forms of stability, new forms of growth. It could be new projects, new classes, something new that you're learning that'll help you grow tall and wise like an oak tree, right? Because we got the book there. And then we have snow quartz. So isn't this the snow moon? Oh, it's the worm moon. Okay, regardless. Snow quartz, white light. The white color of snow quartz represents purification, cleanliness, and innocence, much like a young bride, right? It helps you surround yourself with white light, bringing spiritual protection and connection to your angels and spirit guides. Carrying snow quartz is like having a snow angel in your pocket. And it says, I surround myself with a white light of protection. Only good energy is allowed in and around my space. I don't know if you can even see that. It might be too far away. So it's just go write down snow quartz. Go get yourself one. Then we've got card number 44. Okay, it's the 8 of diamonds. And again, 8 year. So card number 44, 4 plus 4 is 8. So there's another 8. The broken glass foretells ill luck for long years, but if distant, death of a friend. Well, that doesn't sound good. So just watch out in the month of March for any kind of illness between either yourself or any friends. I told you some of these fortune-telling cards are kind of dark, so there's that. But, call on snow quartz for white light protection with your angels and guides. And attend to the details. All right. April. So 4:30. Okay. We've got Destiny again with the 8s. There's a lot of 8s this year and every month so far. Destiny, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. Love that. This is going to be, I feel like, a month that you come into some form of your destiny. Then we've got Arnica, recovery. So you could be recovering from that illness from the month prior that was mentioned, or just recovering from a situation, recovering from some type of a relationship, or potentially a loss. And if so, my condolences. But Arnica, this is more about like physical recovery, recovering from health, you know. Then we've got heart chakra. Number 5, change of direction. So there's a number 5 again too. We've had 5 in every single spread. Unfurling back to love. I see a dragonfly in there. Dragonflies could be significant for you. So this month is going to be the pink moon. April is the pink moon on the 23rd. Let's look at the heart chakra. Number 5. Love for oneself and others, relationships, compassion, forgiveness, empathy, connection, receptivity, acceptance, and generosity. So the chakra card represents love in its many forms. It reminds you that everything in life can unfold into love or fear. When unfurled back enough, the foundation of all you seek lies in the universal desire and right to feel love and be loved. Love heals. God is love. And this is the force that will change the world. So it's about relationships and relating, connection to yourself and others, and just the basic language of love. Healing position is, having your hand over your heart. And the color is like a soft emerald green. All right, then even though the full moon will be in Scorpio, we've got the full moon in Cancer. So it's Cancer energy. You could be a Cancer, have strong Cancer in your chart somewhere. And what this talks about for this month of April is letting your fears dissolve. So you could have some types of fear over a situation, over a person, over a thing. And it's saying not to worry about it. It's like once you open up your heart chakra and more of your mannerisms, the things that you do, right? You'll lead with love, so to speak, right? Saying lead with love, lead with your heart chakra. Then we've got to be in love, card number 13. So you could actually be in love during this month. It's got 2 doves. There's a heart in the center. To be in love. This is card number 13. So what's interesting is 13 is the number of Scorpio. It's the death card. Death is about transformation. So there could be a transformation of like a friendship, which we spoke about in one of the previous months, transforming to something of a greater connection, to be in love. But also 1 + 3 = 4. 4s are all about house, home, stability, foundation. You could be moving in with the one you love, or just, moving with your family who you love. Stability. Let's read that real quick. So every love has within it a message of openness, which is not to impose one's own will, but to transmute the meaning and vibration of being in tune with the universal force that governs the whole of existence. Love is power in itself and for itself. It does not impose itself. It limits itself to sharing. So it's just talking about, opening up your heart chakra, just like the Lumeria card, your heart chakra, right? Opening up to love. That could be, recovery. Your road to recovery is just opening up your heart to love, which is actually going to be taking you to your destiny. Letting your fears dissolve, not worrying about anything. Then we've got the Madre of Fire, time again. So there we go with time, Thyme, popping up again. That's interesting. So where time meant, I think it was courage over here, it means, this is the Queen of Wands. Wands is all about passion. Passionate, it can be passion towards a person. It can be passion towards what you're passionate about, work, career, finance, passion projects. But the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, there's also a book here and it says Potions and Brews, because the Queen of Fire, she's magical. She's almost like a witch. You could be practicing or mastering, your, like, any kind of craft. It could be potions, it could be spell work, it could be herbalism, or plant medicines, right? Like homeopathic medicines and things like that. Learning to cook. It could be something as simple as that, right? Cooking's not necessarily simple. But that said, she is a magician of her own right, but she's very passionate about what she puts herself into, what she does and how she does it. And she creates things almost as if by magic, and she's very, very good at what she does. She doesn't have to be married. The Queen of Wands can be single. She's also known as the other woman, but take it as it resonates. She also makes a very passionate lover. And then, last but not least, we have petrified wood, divine timing. So, petrified wood is the fossilized remains of an ancient plant. We were just talking about plant medicine, right? It points to Earth's long history and how all things develop and change over time. Petrified wood also reminds us that progress is sometimes gradual and gentle. Slow, steady growth, like that of a tree, often goes unrecognized. Be patient and have trust in divine timing. Affirmation: I am patient. I trust that events will unfold at the precise moment that they are meant to happen. Petrified wood. I don't know why I'm showing it. You guys can probably not barely see it. Okay, so then, last but not least, we've got the Six of Spades. This is card number 29. 2 plus 9 equals 11. That's twin flame, divine number. 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's all about unity. So it says the mouse denotes loss by theft. Nearby, it denotes recovery after great difficulty. But distant, the loss will be irretrievable. So somebody could have experienced something having to do with loss or theft. So you could be dealing with it during this month, or you could be dealing with the retrieval of it this month. And it's interesting because, what was this? Yeah, you had Justice the month before, and then Destiny now, so it's like it could be coming in from the month prior. Just take it as it resonates. Okay, so then we've got April. No, wait. Where are we at? June. No, May. What is going on? My dog is barking. January, February, March, April, May. Sorry, May. May, we've got romance. Number 23, and there's that number 5 again. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Change of direction. For those of you who weren't in a relationship, you may be finding romance this month. For those of you already in a connection, this could be like a higher form of romance between you. But it's a picture of a rose. Beautiful. Romance. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Number 23. The 23rd of the month could be significant for you as well. In, what did I say this was? May, March, April, May. May. Which is on, you know what's interesting? What's really funny is in May, the full moon is on the 23rd. So you may have romance on the 23rd. This could be a very romantic full moon. It is the full moon in Sagittarius, which is a feisty, fiery, passionate type of sign, and it's called the flower moon. Rose is a flower. Ha! How cool is that, right? So, you know what I wanted to say at the beginning too? Drop your birthdays in the comments below. I love to know what your sign is. God bless me. Then we have salt protection. Salt is used to protect yourself and spells. It's also, you sprinkle it like in your doors and your windowsills, and it's meant to protect you there, but many use it in spell circles and things like that as well. The salt lamps, Himalayan salt lamps, I have one too. That's a means of protection. You might want to look into getting that. And also sprinkling it in your food. It helps. I mean, obviously too much sodium. But when you just use it for a little bit of flavor, use it with the intent of protection, for you and your family. Then we've got number 28, gracious receptivity. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings. You could be having some types of an ending in this month, but also a new beginning. Also, look out for the 28th of this month. So let's look into that. So, gracious receptivity is all about gratitude, being thankful, receptivity, giving without expectation, how worthiness and self-love can affect your capacity to receive and give without depletion, overflow over obligation, thriving over surviving, and gifting economies. So consider your relationship with gratitude, how comfortable you feel receiving and what you love to give. Are there themes that allow you the joyous overflow of giving without limitation? How can you add this to the lives of others more often, away from the fear that you will get used up if you give without guaranteed reciprocity? Are there other areas where you are overextending yourself? Can you give more from areas where you are stronger and have more skill and capacity? Right now you may feel that you have little to give. If so, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun on your face on a winter's day, or a compliment from a stranger, allow yourself to drink every drop. After all, it is up to you how deeply you wish to drink of the gift that is shared. Often we take only a little sip, even when there is so much more we could appreciate. And yet it is beautiful when you give to someone and they light up and receive it fully. Gratitude, self-love, and self-worth are interwoven with the capacity to receive. Together they nourish your soul. Step into your heart space by listing all that you are grateful for and notice how full you start to feel. From this place, your gifting capacity can spiral upward. So that's beautiful. And that's, romance, it's like, that's when you're associating with that, when you're in a romantic situation, when you're in a relationship, it's like it is all about receptivity. You give because, you want to receive as well. And while you don't expect it, it's like you love that person, so you just want to give and give more. You can't overgive, obviously, and deplete yourself, but that's when you open yourself up to receiving. Like, receive that love, and that will make you want to love more, right? I love that. Then we've got last quarter moon in Pisces, and this says, so talking about feeling and opening up to receptivity and opening up to love. Talk less, feel more. So last quarter moon in Pisces, the message is talk less, feel more. It's like feel that gracious receptivity. Then we've got card number 50, the Crucible. 5 plus 0 equals 5. There's that 5 again, change of direction. There's going to be a lot of big changes this year. And so far we're seeing them in every single month. So, the Crucible. The Oracle is an invitation to root your love in the aspect of honesty and sincerity. You can do it using your energy, not to depend on your partner for your survival at all levels. And so this is about being dependent on yourself, getting yourself out of situations, getting yourself into situations, but on your own, without the help of a partner, whether or not you have one. But it's also being honest with yourself and others, and sincere with yourself and others as well. Then we've got 9 of Earth, the apple. So incorporate apples into your month this month. The flower moon. Apple flower. There's apple trees flower. So there could be that too this month. The 9 of Earth is the independent woman. And it's funny because that crucible, it shows like a bird in a cage. And it's saying, being independent of your partner, even if you are in a romance, even if you are in a relationship. This is talking about your independence and being able to stand on your own 2 feet. The 9 of Pentacles is all about being independent wealth. Just working for yourself, that type of energy. You could be single. You know, this romance could, you could be looking for romance, but it's like, I'm feeling like self-love here. You know, just I feel like somebody's flourishing at just being independent for themselves. Then we've got Moonstone, nurturing. Moonstone is the yin counterpart to the sunstone. So here's sunstone. I don't have a moonstone. Actually, this is a black moonstone. You can't tell this far away, but it's kind of shiny. The moonstone is the yin counterpart to the sunstone and connects you with the divine feminine and moon goddess energies. It enhances yin qualities such as intuition, sensitivity, and connection to one's emotion. Moonstone promotes caring and nurturing for yourself and others. With its association with mothering and motherhood, it can promote fertility and help heal mother issues. So affirmation, I am connected to my feminine side. I always balance caring for others as well as nurturing my own needs. So, Moonstone. And then we've got, last but not least, the Six of Clubs. I'm sorry. Yes, Six of Clubs. Lightning denotes surprise. So you could be surprised by something. If you see lightning this year or in this month, if it's nearby, it's just a surprise for something. If it's in the distance, it could be disagreeable in accordance to the distance. Number 43. Somebody could be 43 years old. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 6s or 7s could be significant for you. I feel like for some of you, you could be actually, like for some of you, there could be a romance in where there's something shocking that's discovered in which you could be expected to be independent, which is where that Nine of Pentacles is coming through. And it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel like you'll be finding how independent you can actually be. Yeah, I like that. So now we've got June. This is going to be on the 21st. Strawberry Moon in Capricorn. I like these messages. Okay, so we've got the 25th. Or number 25, good cheer. With kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. So 25 could be significant for this month. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Defending morals, ethics, beliefs. Also aligning your chakras, staying in alignment. Opportunities at hand. I like that. Good cheer. Good energy. Then we've got mint, clarity. You'll be getting clarity on a situation. Definitely pull in mint. Mint in your water, mint tea, you know, that type of stuff to help gain clarity around a situation. Then we have number 48, surrender. I'm hearing surrender to the flow. Surrender to what it is that you find out this month. Surrender to what becomes clear. So, this is going to be a full moon in Capricorn. And what did we say that was? The strawberry moon? Let's see what surrender is. Loosen your hold on the reins and know that the universe will catch you. Trust, even though things are not as you imagined. Stay poised and aligned with your purpose. At the last minute, the situation will reveal its magic. So, the 25th is the end of the month. It's like surrender to the flow, like I was saying. Trust, letting go of control, free flow, receptivity, yin energy, inner knowing, intuition, synchronistic opportunities, getting out of your own way, the path of least resistance, allowing who you naturally are to flourish. I love that. The 4 plus 8 equals, card number 48, so 4 plus 8 equals 12, right? Yeah, and 1 plus 2 equals 3, and that's about celebration. So, you know, surrender to the flow, and you'll ultimately be in a good place. Then we have the full, I was just saying surrender to the flow. Then we have the full moon in Gemini card, and it's embrace the flow of life. So that's literally going to be like your message for the month of June. It's like surrender to the flow. And you'll come into this good cheer type of energy. Then we've got more fives, number 55, 5. Now 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 plus 0 equals 1. And this is fullness. It's like surrender to the flow, fullness of a situation. Let's see what this is. For the oracle, this is a moment of fullness. The blazing fire of the life force erupts with the roar of thunder, annulling and canceling all inhibition and consciousness. Any sense of apathy has vanished. You are faced with a vital experience. Perhaps you perceive it as death. Don't be afraid. For the first time, you are living. So, it's like, it could be, again, like I said, it could be the ending of something, but endings are also beginnings. So, and when they say death, they mean more like transformation. It's the transformation of a situation. It's like surrender to the flow, the surrender to the transformation of the situation. Now, what's also interesting is then the next card we've got the 6 of air. That's cattail. So you might want to try to find a cattail, or you might see them around. We're not doing this right now. You already have everything. So cattail is 6 of swords. Swords are all about communication. This could be, it's like the energy of like going from rocky water to smoother water, from rough communication to smoother communication. I'm looking at 1111 on the clock right now, so you might want to look up angel number 1111. So, like I was saying, 6 of swords, swords are all about communication. And I feel like, surrender to the flow. A lot of times with this card in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it's showing like 6 swords like on a dock, or somebody's like on a boat and they're going from choppy water to calmer waters, right? And this is just like talking about that flow, like go with the flow. And I feel like communication's going to get a lot easier, and you'll figure things out a lot sooner. Then we've got rutilated quartz, manifestation. So rutilated quartz is quartz with strands of rutile running through it. The gold-colored rutile brings manifestation, and the quartz amplifies the energy. Are you focused on what you want or don't want? Keep in mind that whatever you focus on is being amplified, good and bad. Be mindful of where you are putting your attention. Affirmation: by staying focused on what I want, I manifest it. Rutilated quartz for June. Then, last but not least, we've got the 8 of clubs. Card number 13. So there's that 13 number again. 1 plus 3 equals 4. We could be talking about house, home, stability, foundation. But it's the snake card, okay, for your fortune. The snake indicates amenity and calamities, the degree of which is governed by the distance of the card from the person. So just watch out for snakes. And it could be snakes of any kind, like a snake type of person, somebody that you just can't trust. In other cases, it could be actual snakes. We're talking about June, people are outside hiking, nature, that type of thing. But just watch out for snakes. And also maybe around the 13th of the month or the 8th. Okay, so then we're already at 1:30. July. What do we have for July? Card number 43, harvest. So as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Now, 4 plus 3 equals 7. And again, 7s are about, opportunities and windfall and, defending yourself, your morals, ethics, beliefs, and values. But it's also about the planting of the seed. And after watching it have grown, over the summer, and this is literally in the beginning, like in middle of the summer is July for most parts here in the U.S., of course. Something is telling me there could be crops, certain things, certain plants that you can plant in July so that by the time of harvest. But there also could have been some things that you planted or could have been planted or started, projects, relationships, otherwise, that come to harvest during the month of July. Yeah, for sure. So then we've got cinnamon, reignite. You could be reigniting a relationship, a partnership, some kind of a job or a contract, reigniting a romance, and it's cinnamon. Use cinnamon. Use cinnamon in your coffee. Use it in baking. It's funny, the two colors, brown, cinnamon's brown. Harvest card is brown. And then we've got card number 16, loving compassion. So something significant could be happening on the 16th of the month of July that has to do with loving compassion. I feel like it's like reigniting some loving compassion between you and a partner or you and a person. Let's look what that means. So unconditional love, empathy, compassion, care, friendliness, goodwill, benevolence beyond duality, safe space, forgiveness through expanded perspectives, and open-hearted joy. So this card invites you to bring more loving to the situation at hand, whether it is toward yourself or someone connected to the question. It may imply a need for forgiveness or for seeing things from a fresh, more expansive perspective. This card is a reminder that you are loved and have infinite access to the gentle yet powerful force of loving compassion as and when you need it. To bring yourself back to your heart, think about those that you love in moments with them where you have felt joy. Expand this feeling out to more and more people, creatures, and places until the whole planet is infused with this beautiful, warm, and loving feeling. I just heard that song in my head. Bring back that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Something like that. I don't know the song. If you guys know the song, drop it in the comments below. Sorry for that little interlude. Okay, so this month in July, the full moon is going to be in Capricorn. And this is the full moon in Capricorn card. So this is cool. It'll be in Capricorn, and then it very quickly moves into Aquarius, but this is called the deer or buck moon. And it says, take a reality check. So, while you are opening your heart to loving compassion and reigniting maybe potentially a flame or something from the past, Spirit is saying, take a reality check. Kind of just assess yourself in the situation and where you're at. So then we have card number 56, the Wayfarer. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 is about twin flame energy. 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 2 is about stability and foundation. And it takes 2, like unity, right? So sorry if you hear that whining, that's my dog. He loves doing this in the middle of my readings. He's already had his treats. I just took him out. He's fine. So the Wayfarer. The omen speaks to the traveler within you as you move from one experience to another, meeting friends and lovers. You are a traveler. Something prevents you from stopping forever. You try and try again, and every time you feel like you've reached a permanent home, but there comes a moment, and that's it, when you feel like you have to resume the journey again. So this is just talking about the continuation of not just, it doesn't mean that you're actually like continually traveling. Maybe some of you are just, moving from place to place. But this is talking about additional relationships that will continually come into your lives. You are the wayfarer. You journey between relationships and friendships and just people that you meet throughout the day, Some on more deeper levels than others. Now, some of you could be actually moving, traveling to different houses, because then I've got the 4 of Fire, Elder. This is black elderberry. I highly, highly recommend to have this in your medicine cabinet. I'm not a doctor. You can, get the advice of a medical practitioner, but black elderberry is fantastic to have. It helps boost your immune system anytime you get like the tingle of anything, right? But the Four of Fire, it's about stability, foundation, house, home, just like your immune system. It's like helping fortify and stabilize your foundation of your home. It's like four corners of a home. So you could be dealing with the home. You could be moving from a home or going to somebody else's home, reigniting passion within a home. Take it as it resonates. Then we've got Fluorite, focus. Do you get distracted or have difficulty paying attention? Fluorite releases scattered energies and promotes order and focus. It stimulates the intellect and enhances mental concentration. If you're stuck on a problem, fluorite can help you come up with a creative solution. It channels organization and structure to your ideas so that you may develop them into tangible reality. I am able to stay focused on my ideas and bring them into fruition. So grab yourself a piece of fluorite. It's like a purple, green, it's like purple, green, blue. I've seen it's like multicolored, right? There's lots of different colors within it, but it's mostly purpley and greeny. So then we've got the Ace of Spades. I'm sorry, Ace of Clubs. I always get spades and clubs messed up. But the Ace of Clubs. And it's card number 31. Somebody could be 31 years old. Pretty sure there's 31 days in July. If so, it could something significant could be happening then. The roads turned to the dark clouds foretells misadventures, but far from the person, the evil consequences may be averted. So, if you see dark clouds, there could be misadventures. And it's interesting because we were talking about the Wayfarer, which talks about journeys and whatnot, right? But depending on how often the distance those dark clouds are, then those consequences could be averted. The danger could be averted. Like, I'm just getting used to these fortune-telling cards. Like, they're kind of literal, but it's basically saying, like, look out for these different things, you know? Dark clouds and at a crossroads in the month of July. But it can be averted, so take it as it resonates. Then we've got July, August. So in the month of August, we've got number 38, Divine Guidance. So August, the full moon is the Super Sturgeon Blue Moon, and it is going to be in the sign of Aquarius. And that will move quickly into the sign of Pisces. So 3 plus 8 equals 11. That's divine twin flame number. Again, 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's all about unity. I'm looking at 1122 on the clock right now. You might want to look up angel number 1122. But divine guidance, whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. This is literally talking about getting messages from your spirit guides or even aliens, like messages from beings who shine, like shiny objects, UFOs, that kind of thing. And I'm saying that because this is in August. August is an eight month, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. For some reason I'm thinking Aquarius, but we are in the age of Aquarius at this point, right? And so just like it literally in this card, you can't really see it from where you're at, but he's looking up and pointing at something shiny that's coming from the sky, and it's not stars, right? It looks like an actual like object, right? Just watch the news around August. There could be like ET or alien phenomena happening. That's my prediction, right? Divine guidance. But this is talking about getting divine guidance from your spirit guides, you know, praying more, manifesting more, listening to your ancient ancestors, creating altars, you know, that's what this is talking about. And let their messages be clear and kind. This is literally saying, like, what you send down, please let it be kind. Don't be, you know, be friendly. So take it as it resonates. So then we've got tea tree oil, binding. So this is a message of, you know, binding contracts, binding relationships, maybe even unbinding from relationships and contracts. But I feel like it's more like bringing together. Tea tree is also very fragrant. It's great. It's a great scent to open up your airwaves and air paths. Also used in essential oils, like in diffusers and stuff. It's fantastic. And incense. So tea tree oil. Binding. Maybe binding agreements. Binding your... what am I trying to say here? It's like binding your belief for spirit, or what it is that you believe in. Then we've got number 7, throat chakra, express your truth. So, blue moon. Okay, so express your truth. Number 7. So this is about expression, communication, your own creative language, sharing your spirit, accepting your originality, truth, and authenticity. Themes are all about how you share your spirit, your unique language. The color is vibrant mid-blue. Healing position, throat. So it says, be truthful with yourself and how you really are feeling. If you always act in integrity and follow your heart-centered truth, some unhealthy connections or aspects of your life may fall away, and you will be in complete alignment with your path. In this way, your internal psychic navigation system, you will become strengthened, your purpose will be clear, and you will inspire others through the sparkle of your deep inner knowing. I like that. So it's like as you connect with spirit and your higher spirit guides, even ancient ancestors and potentially even aliens. I feel like this is talking about, using that divine guidance and then speaking about your experiences. Yeah, because then the next card we have is the full moon in Virgo. So you could have Virgo somewhere strong in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does this month. But I feel like, this says take inspired action. So it's like speaking out. If you get the inspiration to say something, speak it. It doesn't have to be about aliens or whatever. But with divine guidance, you will use your throat chakra to be able to speak up about what it is, that you feel so passionately about, or that you believe in, or that you want to see happen. So then I see number 19, listening to one another. An excellent form of communication. Much like one of these earlier months, it said speak less, listen more, or feel more. It's the same with this. It's like speak less and listen more, right? 19, something significant could be happening on the 19th, or that could just be an important number. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 10s are endings, but also beginnings. And here's the thing. Okay, I'm looking ahead here. So we've got, then we have 10 of air. 10 of air. Air signifies communication. It's like swords, right? Communication. And again, that's throat chakra. And this is talking about listening to listening to each other, which is communication. And then we've got blue lace agate, communication. So this month, communication is going to play a very important role. Whether you're getting and listening to divine guidance, okay, whether it's from the divine or whether it's from an actual person that you are getting guidance from. And it could be anybody, but you're listening to one another, right? This month is all about communication. Now, it could be communication about something that's ending. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be anything, right? But 10s are endings. And this one is final. The 10 of Swords is like it's done. Once it's done, it's over. So you could be listening to one another, talking about a relationship of some sort, and just deciding that, the time is done. It's finished. Now, how it came to that, maybe it was because there was lack of communication. Or maybe it's just, you've communicated with each other enough to know that it's just, time to move, on. Now, not all endings have to be bad endings, right? All this is saying is that there is an ending and it won't be repeating, okay? So, but again, with every ending, there's a new beginning because 1 + 0 = 1. So let's see what listening to each other does say specifically, though. The Oracle heralds prosperity. You are evolving within a situation that day after day matures and bears fruit. So see, like I said, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Listening to one another, it could be, by listening to one another and communicating, it could be the ending of bad communication and now the beginning of something much more prosperous, much more, like it says, bears, good fruit. So blue lace agate, grab yourself some blue lace agate for sure this month, in the month of August. Blue lace agate is the crystal for communication and speaking your truth. If you have difficulty expressing yourself due to fear or self-doubt, blue lace agate can be of assistance. For public speakers, orators, and teachers, blue lace agate can help you get your work out to the masses and reach a bigger audience. Health-wise, it can be used for the treatment of thyroid conditions, laryngitis, strep throat, sore throat, and speech impediments. Affirmation: I always have the courage and ability to help express my authentic self. Blue lace agate. Definitely go get you some. And then we've got another ace. So 2 aces in a row. The way I look at aces when it comes to playing cards is the same with like the aces in the tarot deck. They're gifts from the universe. So it's the ace of diamonds. And this says, the birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies when near, but if far away from the person, a chance to avert the evil spell. So just look for birds. I don't know why I got these cards. These are like really dark cards. But 9 could be significant for you. The 9th. Oh, excuse me. Listen, it's like what I was saying at the beginning of this reading, and I know this is a long reading, but look for spirit guides. Look for little signs from the universe, such as things like birds and feathers and stuff like that. And typically, like when you see bird feathers, it means that your angels and your spirit guides are with you, and it's a signal or sign. But this is saying, when you see a bird, if they're near, it could signify fierce enemies, right? But if they're far, it could signify, you averting that misfortune. Now, as I say that, I'm looking at the card that says listen to each other. So it's like, listen to these birds, listen to their singing. It's like, for some of you, you may even be able to like communicate with the birds. I don't know where that's coming from, spirits, but some of you could. I mean, I feel like I have a connection with dogs and cats. So, all right, so now we are moving from the super sturgeon blue moon. Oh, yeah. So we're having a blue moon that month too, and we've got blue lace agate, communication, throat chakra. That's blue. That chakra signifies blue. So blue is going to be very important for you this month. Write that down. All right, then September. We're almost done, guys. September, the full moon falls on the 17th. It's a lunar eclipse in Pisces, and it's called the super harvest moon. So we've got number 44, new beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So 4 + 4 = 8. Again, all because we're in an 8 year. It's a divine twin flame number. But this signifies new beginnings. It could be new beginnings in anything. It can be house, home, career, work, finance, relationships. New beginning in something in the month of September. At this point in time, many kids are starting school. It's the beginning of a new school year. That type of energy, right? And as I say that, it's the beginning of a new school year. We've got onions, tears. Many kids crying because they don't want to go back. This card actually, though, signifies using onions in your recipes and in your stews. And while it makes you cry, it actually, flavors your soups and your dishes with, so much more. It's just like the lesson you have to it's like, what were we talking about earlier when you pull off a Band-Aid and it stings for just a second? And yeah, you may cry for just a second, but the lessons that have been learned are the flavor of what you move forward with, right? Onions are also used in many spells and spell work. So you might want to look into that. Spells done with onions. But they flavor so much. I love onions. Like, I love them. But even though they create tears, this card is actually talking about, like, it helps take away the tears. So use onions if you're sad. You may be sad about something. Could be sad about a new beginning. Like, whatever it is that you're walking away from. Sometimes new beginnings aren't always happy. They're sometimes scary, right? That could be that. So then we've got number 36, Manifestia. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 9s are about combination points, which is interesting because we've got a new beginning. And so it's like you're right there at this new beginning, at the precipice. But it's something that you manifested. Something that you manifested. So let's see what that is. So it's all about manifestation, sowing the seeds of your dreams, creating your reality, trusting what you desire is already happening, magic making, pollinating your wishes, as above, so below. So, it says this card encourages you to dream big. It comes as a reminder that you can choose how you want your life to go. You can manifest all you wish to create or release. It's time to sow the seeds of the reality that you want to experience. In magical practice, there is a saying, as above, so below. Work with this principle through affirmative thinking and higher intention. Then anchor or ground your dream seeds. Manifest from the heart, overcome fear, take strong positive action, and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way and expect to see results. I love that. That is beautiful to me. I think that that's a great message. Manifestia, number 36. Somebody could be 36 years old or something of that nature. So September, okay, what did I say? So this is going to be in Pisces. But we've got full moon in Aries. There's definitely going to be some passionate energy. We've got cool your emotions. So Aries is known to be a very fiery, masculine sign. It's the ram, but it represents the emperor. And he's like the most masculine card in the tarot deck. The emperor is somebody when he doesn't get what he wants, he gets angry, right? He expects to get what he wants. And so this is just saying, cool your emotions. If you're not getting what you want, if there's something that you're going after, believe that you'll get it by manifestation. But if you don't cry about it with those tears. You might be sad about it, but you need to cool your emotions. Make a dish with some onions, okay? Then we've got falling in love, number 30. Something significant could be happening on the 30th. So you may be trying to manifest love. Careful with that. Careful with that. When you're manifesting love, you want to manifest love for yourself first, self-love. Because you cannot expect anybody else to love you if you don't love yourself first. First and foremost, I'm telling you that right now. Second, when you're manifesting for love, you guys hear me out on this. And for those of you who practice spell work and you know the rules, help me out. Support me on this, okay? When you're manifesting love, you don't ask for a specific person. Because that then creates, that takes away from their free will. They have to want it just as bad as you do for it to be a real true love, right? So it's like when you're manifesting for a love or romance or whatever it is that you're wanting, it's not who you're wanting, it's what you're wanting. Ask for a divine partner, not for a specific name or person. Ask for the person that's going to treat you exactly the way that you want to be treated. Okay, look for those qualities first before you put those qualities to a person. Because you don't want to interrupt their free will. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Falling in love. And what's interesting is that then we've got the High Priestess, number 2. This talks about unity. So falling in love, 2 people, right? But the High Priestess, this talks about intuition, using your intuition, using your, discernment. But it also, she's the tarot card reader of the Zodiac. I just got like super serious with you too as a tarot card reader because I know this, right? You could potentially even be like getting tarot card readings, for love, trying to figure out what are the best ways to manifest XYZ during this month in September. You could be a tarot card reader yourself, or you could be falling in love with a tarot card reader. I'm just putting that out there also. But, and you know what? I'm not sure what the sign is for the High Priestess. I don't know if it is Pisces or not, but regardless, just use your intuition. And it's interesting, the High Priestess, she's magical, right? She's a master manifester, and we've got manifestia. Also, the corresponding herb for this is mugwort. So, mugwort is used in spell work. Do not ingest it, but it's used in spell work to help increase the magical potency of the spells. Okay, let's see what falling in love is. What is that? 3 + 0 = 3. That's a celebration, coming together, partnerships. So, falling in love. The hexagram embodies nature in its splendor. Therefore, the oracle is simple. What you are living through raises your heart and spirit and puts you in touch with the everlasting and imperishable splendor that is love. Let this flame burn completely without expecting anything else. So what's interesting is then the very next card is red jasper, vitality. And it's like a beautiful red color, just much like love, right? Falling in love. So red jasper, a stone as red as blood, stimulates life force energy and vitality. It helps strengthen one's chi, making it beneficial for people who are prone to tiredness or suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. Carrying red jasper encourages exercise and body movement, which leads to improved physical fitness and stress reduction. It can also invigorate the endorphins, the happy chemicals in the brain. So affirmation, I care about my health and well-being, so I exercise on a regular basis. And that is a form of loving yourself. You could even be like manifesting better physical physique, falling in love with yourself, falling in love with your body image, love of everything, right? And then we've got this card number 1, but it's the 3 of hearts, more love that. And it says the sun near signifies happiness and popularity. Then it says near snakes, mice, and dark side of clouds presages vexation. So no, that's not what I see. I see only happiness here. So it signifies happiness and popularity. So this is loving yourself, being happy with yourself, feeling a sense of popularity even. Again, like I said, going back to school, that's a big thing. Popularity, all of that. For those of you school age or have children in school age, take it as it resonates, right? Okay, on to October. So October, the full moon is also going to be on the 17th. So it's on the 17th in September and October. And it's going to be in Aries, which then quickly moves to Taurus. This is called the Super Hunter Moon. So we've got card number 12. And this is success in the month of October. I love October. It's my favorite month of the year. It's my birthday month. This is Libra and Scorpio. So I'm a Scorpio. And it's success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. So 1 + 2 = 3. 3 is about celebrations. Love it so much. Waiting for your ships to come in. Now, it's funny. We just had Mugwort with this last card with the High Priestess. Look what we've got right here. Boom. Mugwort. So this is all about intuition, much like the High Priestess card. I feel like September and October are going to be highly spiritual, highly intuitive months for you, using your brain, using a deeper sense of intuitive knowledge, intuitive thinking. I'm feeling like esoteric knowledge, metaphysical arts, that type of studies. For those of you who aren't in school, maybe this is just what you're going to be studying on the side, or as a passion or as an interest, right? But I feel like there's going to be success in that. Yeah, Mugwort, using your intuition. It is showing that you can use Mugwort as like a tea or something. Just be careful with that. Be very careful with that. Oh, maybe that's Mandrake. Maybe it is Mugwort. You can smoke. I do know that. You have to be careful about how much of it that you inhale. But then we've got card number 53, transformation. So what's interesting is I said it earlier, but like the number 13 stands for Scorpio, which is the death card in the tarot, which stands for transformation. So this is going to be a very transformative month. This also talks about being able to like kind of go with the flow and transform, just like almost like a Scorpio. There'll be a lot of transformation this month. 5 + 3 = 8. So again, 8. What goes around comes around. I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of that this month in October. And it's interesting. The very next card is first quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. So it's more Scorpio energy. Like I said, October is Libra Scorpio month. But let's look at transformation first. 53. So it's all about self-nurturing, going within, time alone, being present with your feelings, cocooning, before the butterfly, being gentle on yourself in the angelic embrace. So feel whatever you need to feel. It may be hard to be present with some parts of yourself. Bring them into a cocoon of gentle self-love and reflection. An insight will come, the shadows can be released, and your heart space will soften. So it's funny. It says, I'm glad I said this, talked about this card right as I was reading this, because this says release your blocks, right? And this is the first quarter moon in Scorpio. This is saying, insight will come, the shadows can be released, and your heart space will soften. So it's saying, release what you're holding on to and laugh at the hilarious, like, ironic, divine perfection of it all. This card beckons you beyond your constructed outer self, where you can delve into the beautiful abyss of your being. Revel in the twilight before dawn and let your wings unfurl. So it's like letting go of any emotional baggage, any emotional blockages that you just don't need to be holding on to anymore. And then once you do, it's kind of like that dark night of the soul, doing your shadow work, going into the void, finding that inspiration, that light within you, because you've let all the dark stuff go, right? And then getting back out there, unfurling yourself and being gentle on yourself as well. Maybe doing some yoga, getting exercise, meditating more. So release your blocks with the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Then we've got card number 16, fervor. Fervor, fervor. So 1 + 6 is 7. Again, we've got 7s with opportunity, defending yourself, your morals, ethics, beliefs, and also, planting seeds, helping yourself grow. Let's read this. But something significant could be happening on the 16th. The oracle bears witness to the happy impetus of the force that, once shared, becomes fervor. Success is due to abandoning oneself to the power of love. The absence of resistance is the only thing required. So it's saying don't resist. Just let it all go. Love with fervor. Frivolously, right? I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's like allow yourself to change. It has the picture of like a prickly cactus, but it's got these little heart-shaped fruits coming out of it. And it's like let go of the prickly outer side. Let go of your blockages, Become soft, like that delicious fruit. Even inside of a cactus is water, And it's like you just have to get past that rough, prickly exterior and just, let that go. That way you can get to the inside, the good stuff. Okay, then we've got the Three of Earth. So this is the Three of Pentacles. This talks about coming together for some type of like partnership, working together in groups of 3 or more, unity, partnering up. It could be for money, for like work, career, finance, any kind of prosperity. And it can also mean like a relationship too, but it'll usually end up, successful or like within some type of abundance. So I love that. And that's the raspberry. So raspberries could be significant for you in the month of October. Then we've got, for your crystal message oracle, the banded aragonite, life purpose. Ooh, I love this so much, especially since you've got that mugwort, that intuition with the success card behind that. It's like you're going to successfully be partnering up and coming into abundance, like with your life, coming into partnership with like something that has to do with your life purpose. So banded aragonite helps you line up with your life purpose, especially if you have strayed from your path. The banded lines brings you back in line and keeps you on track. The earth tone color is grounding and encourages commitment and perseverance. Affirmation: I commit to my life purpose. I know that I have special contribution to fulfill. I love that. And then we've got another number 7. It's the 7 of spades. And it's card number 25. Clouds with the dark side toward the person indicate divorce. The bright side toward the person ensures domestic happiness. So we could be looking... Hi, buddy. During the month of October, if married, if you see dark clouds around you, this could be indicating divorce. But with others of you, it could ensure domestic happiness if it, let's see, the bright side toward the person. So if there's so if you see a bunch of dark clouds and the bright side of the clouds are towards you, that ensures happiness, domestic happiness. If it's away from you, it could mean divorce or something like that. Take it as it resonates. The 25th of the month could also be significant. All right. Almost there. Let's get to number 11, the 11th moon of 2024. This is going to be on the 15th of the month. And it's the Super Beaver moon in Taurus. So we start out with card number 27, Harmony. I love it. So the 27th of the month could be significant for you. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. 2 + 7 is 9. 9s are all about that wounded warrior energy, wish fulfillment, being wise, also culmination points. So it could be like getting close to the end of a cycle, and we're almost at the end of the year at this point, so that makes sense. But I feel like you've got things coming into harmony. Also, we've got cloves, gossip. So there could be gossip going around either about you or... hopefully you're not gossiping about others, but this does indicate a certain amount of gossip. In order to keep gossip out of, other people's mouths as it relates to you, a cool thing that you can do is take an orange and stick cloves of, or like little pieces of, not garlic, little pieces of cloves into the orange. Back in like the old days of, pagan ways and whatnot, they used to make these as ornaments for, Christmas or the Yule festival, and hang it with like red ribbon, red twine, things like that. And that is to help ward off gossip, to keep your name out of other people's mouths. So just be looking for that. Then we've got 51, the sound of the universe. So 5 plus 1 equals 6. And 6 is all about victory. It's about smoother communication. It's about, moving to calmer waters, your inner child and future self. So, and it's funny, the sound of the universe, and then we're talking about gossip. Gossip is sound, right? People talking gossip. It's like, the frequency, but it's a low vibing frequency. The sound of the universe is high vibing, right? So let's look into that. So, the sound of the universe, number 51, life-changing experiences, glimpsing the great mystery, the significant timing, pivotal moments, the Sri Yantra, the tuning fork of the universal consciousness, which is the vibrational force, vibrational frequency of the earth, music transcending mundane reality. I'm also feeling like you could also, like, there could be like music festivals in the month of November. I know that's strange at the end of the year, but could have something to do with music. So having the meaning behind this card, having your world shaken up even a little can invite a deeper glimpse of the great mystery of your life. There are a myriad of ways to peek behind the veil of the mundane world. Ecstatic dance, spiritual exploration, and intuitive creative pursuits are just a few. Aim to naturally imbue this awareness in your everyday existence so that you can avoid the sudden wake-up calls. Wake up to hidden music, harmony, and wonder of your multi-dimensional world. Like, y'all, like, one of my things about the way that I do a lot of my readings, even at the beginning of this very long reading, I know it's been very long, but I listen to music before I start my readings, and I get messages from my music. And it's just really, and it's called clairaudient, right? And it's just one of my sayings is my life set to music, because it's the vibrational frequency of the world. Everybody, marches to the tune of their own drum, or whatever that saying goes. And so that's what I've always just kind of believed. But I always hear messages in music, and that's what inspires me. So this is you, tuning into the sound of the universe. You could be picking up on these frequencies, picking up on messages in music and things like that. Also, you just may be like getting more interested in music or different forms of music. So take it as it resonates. Okay, then we've got first quarter moon in Libra. And this talks about keeping your heart open. So you could be dealing with a Libra, coming into connection with the Libra, or just have that somewhere strong in your chart. So just saying to keep your heart open. Then we've got card number 22. Something significant could be happening on the 22nd of November. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 is about stability, foundation, house, home, all of that as well. It's a divine twin flame number. So touching one another. Let's see what this is about. I feel like this is like coming into union. Apparently the oracle is in favor. For a moment, you find yourself living in a dimension free from any apprehension. You flow in spite of yourself. However, the oracle also warns, since all of this is caused by something external to you, it inevitably depends on that catalyst, so it is unstable. So it's like, okay, touching one another. Like when you first come into a connection with somebody, and it's like when you first connect with that person intimately, or not, it doesn't even have to be intimately, but you're touching, you're feeling. It's that moment of euphoria and letting just everything kind of go. And it's like living in the moment, right? Which the oracle favors. But at the same time, you're also releasing all control of everything, which makes the situation unstable, which is why it also serves as a warning. It's just saying control yourself in moments where you may be coming into connection with another person. You may have to. This could be somebody who deals with music. And it's funny, Libra, I believe Libra is a sign for music. There could be gossip about a relationship regarding you and a Libra, or something like that. Or surrounding a Libra. But I feel it's funny because also it's like I feel that it'll still come out harmonious. And also the word harmony is with music. The sound of the universe, music. Keeping your heart open. Interesting. All right, so then we have the Curandera of fire. This is the king of fire, king of wands. We already saw the queen of wands in here somewhere. So guys, for many of you, I feel like you're going to be finding your divine twin flame, soulmate, if you subscribe to that, right? But we have the king and the queen on the board here somewhere. So this is the king of fire, Damiana, Damiana. I think it's a flower. The king of wands is very good at business, very passionate about what he does for work, career, finance, business. He's just a passionate person. But also, if he's very attractive, somebody that everybody wants to be around. If he's single, he has a lot of suitors. If he's married, he's got a very passionate style of loving, right? Love making even. So just take it as it resonates. And it's the same thing, it's the same thing with the Queen of Wands. She's the same way. She's very passionate. They're very loving. But if they're not with, a partner, then they're passionate however they want to be. I always look at the King of Wands as kind of like my Don Juan. I think that's it, right? He's like that passionate lover type of energy. This is just somebody very passionate about what they do, how they love. And it's not surprising to me that it says keep your heart open. It's like keep your heart open for that passionate, fiery, burning love, Don't shut yourself off to that. I actually love that. So then we've got, for your stone, for your crystal, we have Hawk's Eye, higher perspective. Hawk's Eye facilitates a bird's eye view that helps you rise above a situation and see things from a higher perspective. Don't let things ruffle your feathers, but see how you have drawn them into your life through the law of attraction. Additionally, the blue-black sheen of Hawk's Eye protects you from the evil eye, gossip. Okay? That's why we had the gossip card earlier. Affirmation, I see things from a higher perspective. I realize that there are no accidents and that we attract everything to us through cause and effect. So this month there could be some gossip about you and maybe another person, potentially even a Libra, because we saw that in here. But this is saying keep your heart open, still stay passionate. This could be somebody, either you or this person could be somebody that, that has a lot of suitors, that has people around them. But here's the thing, it's like touching one another. I feel like you have an incredible chemistry, an incredible attraction between each other. But there could be a lot of gossip, but I see harmony. I see this being a harmonious relationship if this is a relationship. Then we've got the King of Clubs, number 50. Somebody could be 50 years old. 50 could be significant, but also we have that number 5 again. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Change of direction. Could be change in a relationship or something. The bear is a sign of successful speculations. So somebody could be speculating something. It could be gossip, but it's like successful gossip. It's good gossip, right? And it's somebody looking at a higher perspective. Okay, last but not least, we've got December. So in December, on the 15th, we have the full moon in Gemini, which then quickly moves over to Cancer. But this is called the cold moon. I have something else written. I think it says hail, but it's cold moon. So, I like this. Okay, so, We have card number 31, which we all know December 31st is New Year's Eve. So this talks about trust. I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. So this month, trust is going to be a huge theme for you. The 31st, New Year's Eve, could be super significant. Write that down. Then we've got black pepper, banishment. So black pepper is used to banish negative energy, negative thoughts, negative thinking, negativity of any sort. It's used also kind of as a way of protection, but it's banishing evil out of your life. Sprinkle this in, any of your dishes, using it during cooking. You can even put it in, use black pepper in different types of teas and tonics, and, health shots and things to help your health, to help banish the toxins and banish any kind of negative bacteria and types of things in your body. Black pepper is super, super useful when it comes to medicinal purposes. Trust that it works. Why? Because it helps with healing. Number 30. So the 30th and the 31st could be very important for you this month, the end of the year. And 3 + 0 = 3. That means, waiting for your ships to come in. It means celebration. It means partnership. It also means heartbreak. So you could be healing from heartbreak. You could be banishing somebody from your space. Just trust that you're making the right decisions in what you do. So let's read number 30. So it's all about energy rebalance, energetic awareness, healing yourself and others, exploring healing modalities, Reiki, the chakra system, your unique and innate ability to heal, color vibration, soul sovereignty, auras in the meridian system, aligning to the highest good and optimal health. So divinatory meaning, extend the margins of your awareness, revisit the situation in question from a broader perspective or higher vibration with a focus on healing. This will help you decipher what is real, possible ways forward, and whether an issue is really a problem at all. This card can also signify the universal push that inspires you to explore your healing abilities in whatever way that looks to you. So, I love that. This could be you actually healing from some type of an ailment, but this also could be you practicing healing techniques, ways of learning healing, like healing plant medicines and things like that. Love that. Then we've got the full moon in Sagittarius. So what's cool about this is in the month of December, the zodiac seasons go from Sagittarius to Capricorn. So while there isn't a full moon in Sagittarius either one of those months, we will be in Sagittarius season, so that's neat. And this talks about see the bigger picture. Now, what I was just reading with the healing, this was saying, looking at it like a broad, out-of-the-box perspective or a hawk's-eye perspective. And the month before that, also Sagittarius season at the end of the month, in November, it talks about hawk's eye, higher perspective. So this is just saying, see the bigger picture of a situation. Trust that you'll be healed in this situation is what I'm getting from this. It's like you'll banish the right things, you'll get rid of the right things in order to heal from this situation. And to see the bigger picture can be in anything. It's not just in a negative sense or anything like that. Not that healing is a bad thing in any way. But it's just, look at your relationships. Look at how, this whole past year, by the end of while we're in December, you'll be reflecting back on a whole year that you've gone through. And it's like, look at the bigger picture. What were the bigger lessons that you learned this month or throughout the entire year? Then we've got 24. I'm getting 24 hours in a day, right? But this talks about a new beginning. And what I love about this is that we are literally at the end of a year and you're staring dead straight into a new beginning, which is a new year. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 6 is about victory. It's about balance. It's about your inner child and future self. It's about smoother communication. A new beginning. I love that with the swan. So let's read this. You're in front of a new beginning. Try asking yourself, where is the real light source that I call love? In this way, thanks to the impulse of love, you will approach your inner center, and you will see your original nature, that intimate and deep flame that dwells in the depths of your being. So it'll be like a new beginning in love for you. You may be getting out of some type of a heartbreak or some type of a relationship or cycle. Not all of you, obviously, but for others of you, this will be a new beginning in love, or just a new way of being, right? After all, and it's beautiful. It's like there's this picture of a swan. You know, the beginning of the year, it's new and you're this baby duckling, but by the end of the year, you turn into this beautiful swan from all these lessons that you've learned. And it's just saying, you know, open your heart to love, you know, heal from everything that you've learned and been through. Trust that you are safe, that you are secure, you know, that you're looking forward to something beautiful. And then we've got, I love this, the 9 of Fire, Wild Cherry. I say all the time, the 9 of Fire, 9 of Wands is it's actually one of my favorite cards. While this is Wounded Warrior energy, somebody that's very tired from all the trials, tribulations, ups, downs, everything that they've been through, it's so fitting, especially for a card at the end of the year, because it's like somebody who has been through the trials, the tribulations of the entire year, and they're just so much wiser. They're knowledgeable. They're able to defend themselves from the lessons that they've learned. It just, you know, it's like they're at the very end of the cycle, almost there. And then once they get the chance, they can put those burdens down and move into a new cycle. Now, 9s are also about wish fulfillment. Now, the 9 of Wands isn't necessarily, but 9s in general are. And I feel like this is going to be like something good, something passionate, something you're like this new beginning. It's like you're ready for it. Yes, you're tired because, you know, it's just been a long year, right? But you're so ready just to start this new cycle, this new beginning passionately, right? Wild Cherry. Wild Cherry might be like a flavor or something important for you during the month of December 2024. Wild Cherry. Then we've got Howlite. Meditation. This is beautiful energy. I've got Howlite right over there. I'm not going to grab it though. Are you plagued with negative mind chatter and pessimistic thoughts? Howlite is a calming crystal that helps quiet an overactive mind and relieve excessive worry. It stills the mind, making it an excellent stone for meditation. Tucked under the pillow, it helps relieve insomnia. Howlite balances the calcium level in the body and is beneficial for bones and teeth. Affirmation, I take time to meditate. When I filter out negative thinking, I attain inner peace. So you may be doing a lot of meditating during the month of December of 2024. Grab yourself some Howlite. And then we've got another ace. So we've got 3 aces on the board for the month of 2024. Just like I was saying, you know, underneath the deck we've got abundance and fertility. I see, you know, even going through all these cards, we see a lot of success and a lot of new beginnings and starting projects and you know, passionate manifestation. And I love that. So the ace, it's the Ace of Swords is what I'm looking at. And this talks about truth and justice and knowing. This number 37, so 3 plus 7 equals 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings. Very last month of the year. And it says, the rapiers, which are the swords, warns us against assaults which threaten and will occur sooner or later, according to the distance from the person. So all this is saying is that just watch for assaults on yourself, your character. You know, you're always going to have hidden enemies. The month before we had the gossip card we saw there, so just be aware of that. But I wouldn't worry about it too much at all. So that is what I have for you finally at the end of what's in store for 2024 and the 12 moons of 2024. So, like I said, I'm going to break this down and mark it underneath the description below this video so you can see the timestamps. But go back, journal these cards, journal the numbers, journal the crystals, journal the herbs, month by month around the full moon, and see how they connect for you. And as they do, make sure you come back to this video and drop a comment in the comments below and let me know how that resonates with you. This spread is a little different from the typical readings that I do, but if this is something that you liked, I'm happy to do a personal 12-month ahead spread or reading for you for any of the months. Just contact me with all of the information below this video. But as you know, it's Together We Grow. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate your support on my channel and all throughout the year of 2024. So I look forward to reading for you again in future readings, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Happy New Year. Have a great one. Peace.